is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, my online family, friends, neighbor, online friends, online everything. Welcome again to the Sansu Show, with another episode of the Sansu Show. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy our segment today, or not segment, our episode today. And also, I'm just so excited because today is what? It's a National TV Talk Show Day. And I'm going to have a lot of gossip, a lot of, chica chica about that. But first of all, I just want to say welcome again for another week. I hope everybody's okay. It is okay. I hope so too. I always get excited, because I only see you guys once a week. I can only talk to you once a week, So today it's going to be a little bit of educational, a little bit of personal issues, and that will be our next segment, and also community empowerment. So right now, since I mentioned a while ago, first of all, I have to say thank you to PHLV Radio, Viva Las Vegas. Okay, now let's talk about my topic for today. My chica chica for today. As I mentioned a while ago, National TV Talk Show Day. My topic is talk show that I idolize and watch every day, like The View, Jennifer Hudson Show, Kelly Clarkson Show, Tamron Hall, and of course the one that always makes me laugh is the Sherry Shepherd Show. That girl is so funny. She's my idol. I wish I could be as funny as her. But anyway, it was a very interesting topic that she had today. And then she discussed about that last weekend, she got injured. She tripped and then she stepped on a nail. And so she was so worried about it. But when she talked to her doctor, and she said, she made a disclaimer because everybody thinks, oh my God, is that really a good medication? Because what happened is what the doctor advised to her is to put the peroxide and so honey. And so the audience is like, ooh, honey. I said, yeah. They said, because she's diabetic. So her doctor is specialized in diabetic patients, right? And so she's like, yeah, that's the thing, that when you get injured, when you're diabetic, is to put honey and peroxide. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe because it's from a doctor, right? So that's why she's making a disclaimer. And the funny part about it is because she said, no, if you don't feel right, then you can use the honey for anything you want to do, and that's when everybody were laughing, right? And then now, the second portion of her show is about this New York housewives, right? And this is a little bit of controversial because one of the housewives, she's still married and her husband lives in the basement. Now, but she's dating. So the guy that she's dating, do want to have sex with her because, the guy said, well, we have to get married first before we have a sexual relationship, right? And it's like, well, I'm still married, so it means I have to wait till I divorce my husband and then we're gonna get married. I said, well, that's the best way to do. So let me ask you guys, okay, is it okay, or do you prefer when you have a relationship, no sex before marriage, or go ahead and test, the equipment? So what do you think? Well, as Sherry said, well, for her, it's better to have, to be on her age. When she was young, yeah, you have to wait till you get married to have a little taste of it. But when you're in her age, when she's close to her 60s, you better just do it now. And so for me, for my answer for her question is for me is yeah, because I know I was born and raised in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, they have to court you. The man have to come to your house and talk to your mom or your dad and introduce themselves. And then no, you can't have any sex at all before you get married. But I don't know about the new generation now in the Philippines. But in the old days, that's what it is. But she's right. When you get to the age that, who cares? When you're in your 50s or 60s and you're still dating, go for it. Just enjoy your life. You never know. You might wake up in the morning. You might not wake up in the morning the next day. So just enjoy and have fun and still have that feeling, like the excitement and like, there you go. I mean, just think about it that it's for fun, right? So, and that's what Sherry talks about today. And there's so many things. That's why I'm so interested every time she comes on. I just can't miss it because she has so many different topics that I could learn and I could talk about it for you guys. So that was my topic for today. As usual, normally I talk about different countries and stuff, right? But I kind of changed a little bit because I missed my chica chica. I missed my gossiping thing. So I might have to go back and forth in my opening monologue. But at this point, since this is also Filipino History Month, I would like to show you a video that I did long time ago, before Magellan. But I think it was like 6-7 years ago, and I learned how to cook turon. So this is a different kind of twist of turon, and it's so cool because I have a lot of feedbacks on YouTube. So I just want to share this to you guys since this is my Filipino dish that I've learned. So check out this video. See you soon.
Mabuhay! Kumusta kayong lahat dyan? That's what it means is, how are you everyone? That's in Tagalog. Welcome to Susan's Kitchen. Today's recipe is called turon. It's a very famous dessert from the Philippines. But of course, it's a little bit different today because turon will be have an ingredient called Philadelphia cream cheese. It will be added with Philadelphia cream cheese. The first thing we need to do is get a lumpia wrapper. You put a plantain, use a slice of plantain. You can use any size of plantain, and then you spread it with Philadelphia cream cheese. This is the most important part. This is the one that put an extra taste to it. Okay, you spread it all over the banana, and then you sprinkle with brown sugar. Okay, evenly. Oh, this is one of the most famous dessert in the Philippines. And then you put jackfruit. Actually, jackfruit you can buy it in a can, or a fresh jackfruit. You can use it fresh or canned jackfruit. And then you roll it like an egg roll. And then to seal it, you use just warm water with a little bit of white sugar. Okay? And you just tap it, and this is how you seal your turon. It's like making an egg roll, actually. Okay, so you just tap it until it gets really, really soft. And at the same time, while you're doing that, you're warming up your oil in your pan. There you go. Okay, then once it's finished, then make sure that your oil is really prepared. It's really hot, because if it's cold, it's not going to taste good. Okay, so it has to be a very hot oil. You can use vegetable oil. Don't use olive oil, because olive oil will make it cook so quick and it will burn your turon. Then you start, I think it's warm now. Then start putting it in. And see, look at it. Now it's starting to sizzle. What you need to do is just make sure it's brown. That's how you can touch it. And then turn it around. By the way, I learned this from my mom. And, being born and raised in the Philippines, this is one of our famous dessert. And I'm so proud of it. But because the Philadelphia cream cheese really put more flavor to it. It's really added the flavor. Okay. I don't want to make it too hot that you will burn your turon. And to show you a finished product, this is how it looks like. See how beautiful it is? This says turon with Philadelphia cream cheese. Now let's finish cooking what we started. Okay. It's almost there. So while that's cooking, we can go ahead and get one of the one that's already been prepared. And the way you can eat this by itself, or you can also put a touch of ice cream on top of it. Okay. Mmm. That looks so delicious. Or you can actually eat it plain. There it goes. I think it's almost cooked. Okay, now it's done. In order to get rid of the oil, is you put it with a paper towel. You drip it on a paper towel. Just like that. Let it sit for a little bit to drain all the oil. Okay. And then now if you want something hot or if you want something cold. If you want something hot, let's see here. Okay. You see how crispy it is? And that's how it's supposed to come out. And I can't eat it yet, it's too hot. But let me just put a little bit. This is so delicious. Trust me, this is so delicious. I'm not kidding. I'm not definitely kidding. But ladies and gentlemen, either a turon, you can eat it with ice cream, or you can eat it plain. It's delicious, but you know why? Because of the Philadelphia cream cheese that's inside of it. Trust me. Again, thank you so much for visiting Susan's Kitchen. And this is our dessert for today. Turon with Philadelphia cream cheese. Adios, amiga, amigo. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Enjoyed my Turon video. I used to be Susan. No, I'm Sansu. This is my new version. That was a long time ago. Because my mom always, I'm actually, my real name is Susan, but it's just that my mom calls me Sansu all the time since I was little. But I just kind of adapted to that name, and I kind of like it. It makes me look like, Japanese or Chinese, in touch with my Filipino roots. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And I just want to thank Manny Valencia. He's the one that videotaped it and directed it. Hi Manny, if you're watching, I hope you remember the time that we did that video. I had so much fun. And I'm going to do some more other, cooking videos. Because, you never know. You have to be adventurous. Yeah, I didn't know if it's the right word, adventurous, or come up with a lot of different recipes on your own. But I hope you enjoyed that. Try it. It's really good, with Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, I would like to introduce to you this wonderful man that I met. I became a member of this organization not too long ago. And I really like their vision, their mission when it comes to community empowerment. And this organization has been around for centuries, and it's all over the world. It's an international organization. So please help me welcome the San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions Club president, Mr. John Marquez. Hi, John.
Hi, Sansu. Thanks for having me here on your show.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being in my show. I'm honored. Now that I'm a member of your district, is how you call it, district, right?
Yeah, the club and the district, yes.
Yes. So introduce yourselves to everyone. Who's John Marquez? Go ahead.
Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. So I'm the current president of the San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions Club. And for my term, my fiscal year term, the platform that I'll be focused on is actually helping the community and also the business owners, especially since the business owners were hit pretty badly by the pandemic. So let's help the community and also the small business owners because they are the backbone of America, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And so, why did you get into volunteering yourself to the cause, to the Lions Club? I know it's very international, and they have different missions and goals in different district. So your goal is about business. So why? What interests you on it?
Well, actually, even before I joined the Lions, I was already involved in a lot of community service, especially when, let's say, for example, uh, the typhoon Yolanda or
Mm-hmm.
Haiyan.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice seeing all the businesses in the area
Mm-hmm.
of South San Francisco, San Bruno, San Francisco, Daly City. We rallied together and actually contributed a lot to the victims, anywhere from monetary donation to supplies like water in collaboration with companies like LBC, Daly City, Serramonte Mall. We had a lot of collaboration, and we also raised funds to, let's say, for example, build fiberglass fishing boats for the fishermen for their livelihood. So we did a lot even before I was in the Lions, and I've always liked that feeling of giving back.
Yes. Yes, just like me. Not just the Lions Club, but also as president of the Aita Tribe Foundation. So we really need not just our Kababayan, but also Lions Club, as I mentioned, is an international organization. So each country, so like in California, there's so many districts, right? And so let me ask you, are you born and raised here in the U.S. or?
I wasn't born here in the U.S., actually. I was born in the Philippines.
Oh, what part?
Quezon City.
Oh, so you're Tagalog, huh?
I can be, yes.
Can
Do you
we
need me to add some accent?
But you were raised here or you were raised also in the Philippines?
Well, I moved here in the U.S. when I was 5 years old.
Oh my God. That's good. But you speak a little Tagalog, no? You still speak a little Tagalog?
Oh yes, I can switch it on and off if need be.
On and off, on and off. So, okay, both of your parents are Tagalog or you have a different, your mom and dad, are they both Tagalog?
Yeah, they can speak Tagalog as well.
Oh, as well?
My mom's side has the Japanese blood, and then of course, knowing the Filipino history, there's also some Spaniard blood somewhere in there. A mixture of a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Filipinos are so mixed. That's why we don't know what to do. Look at me. I look Chinese, no?
Well, this is what's great about it. The diversity that we have is also what empowers us. Imagine all the different perspectives coming together in one big genetic bowl.
Yes. And that's why we understand, like some people are from Japan or from China, wherever it is, we understand the culture, because we're so mixed, and I'm really very, very, very proud of that. The only difference is, the racism that I experienced when I was young in the Philippines is the only thing that I just can't erase in my mind, but everything else, I love the Philippines, because I was born and raised there, and I've seen the good and the bad and everything else. But so since you're raised here in the U.S., do you ever go back and oh, as a matter of fact, you just got back, right?
Yes, actually, I just got back. Yeah. I didn't go back. So there was a gap. I arrived here in 1987, and then I didn't go back to the Philippines until 2014. So very different. Very different.
Very different, huh? You can see the changes that's happening. Yes. Yeah. So have you ever talked to the Lions Club in the Philippines or no?
I've spoken to some members in the Philippines, but like you said, actually, they're everywhere in the world. So it's a nice feeling to, let's say, for example, if I'm going to visit somewhere else in the world, All I have to do
Mm-hmm.
is look up the Lions Club over there, and then say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm going to be in your area. Let's have some coffee or some let's have lunch. When's your next club
Yeah.
meeting? I'd love to participate." See, and then you make instant friends and connection.
It's true, just like sisterhood, brotherhood kind of thing. Wherever you
Exactly.
go all over the world, when you say Lions Club, they said, "Oh my God!" So they really tell they can tell that you have a big heart because to be a member of the Lions Club, you have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of understanding or sympathy, empathy, to your brothers and sisters, because this is not something that that you just do it just to be doing it. This is something from your heart because you want to help your brothers and sisters. So what kind of movement or goal or mission that you're going to bring in being the new president of the Cosmopolitan?
Well, let's talk about the current mission that's happening right now. So
Yes.
while we're speaking right here about the mission, we've got some of
Mhm.
our members, uh, Gary, Yolanda, Tess, Angie, just to name a few of them. There's actually more of our members over there in the Philippines right now, and they are over there in the Philippines for a medical mission. And
Mhm.
this is in collaboration with the One World Institute, and it's a big collaboration.
Mhm.
We've got doctors organized, we've got helpers, we've got supplies, and
Yes.
this is all to perform what cataract surgery for those who
Mhm.
can't even see.
Mhm.
So imagine doctors spending and volunteering time, money, effort going to these areas that can't do it by themselves. They don't have the means to do it. And all of a sudden, here you go, here's some doctors.
Yeah, but actually, there were some medical mission that went to the Aita tribes, villages.
Mm-hmm.
That they give medicines and stuff like that. But they definitely need more help, though, because
Oh
there
yeah,
are some.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah, because they have an illness. I can't remember right now, but it's a contagious one that they really need help. And some other villages that we can't even adventure or we can even go because
Yeah,
of
it's
that
difficult to
illness.
access. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, which is not difficult to access. It's just that you're not supposed to be around them because of
Right.
their disease.
Oh
It's a
yes, it's a
contagious
hot zone.
disease.
Yes, it's a hot
Yeah,
zone.
it's a hot zone. Yeah, they have some other areas. And I just, my God, and some of the doctors that went there and really trying to give them medication and everything. I mean, I salute them. I really do. You have to have a lot of courage to really do that kind of mission, to get in touch with them and to find a solution for their illnesses. And actually, it's not an illness, it's a disease. And so,
Right.
yeah, so when I asked about, okay, besides the medical, I know you're planning a Christmas party or you're planning something that you can bring in to the club, right?
Yes, exactly. So in order to give back to the community, we also have to raise funds, obviously, right?
Yeah.
To do
Mhm.
good, it takes money. So we hold these events. Now, our next event is actually on December 7th.
Mhm.
And save the date. We'll be releasing the flyers to the venue, the time, and everything once everything's
Yeah.
finalized. What we're going to be holding is a holiday business mixer. Okay, the
Mhm.
name's going to follow as well. We're going to finalize the name, but it's a holiday business mixer. And what we're going to
Mixer.
do is, yes, mix it up. We're going to mix it up and invite all the small businesses, small to medium
Uh-huh.
sized businesses. We've got a panel of experts that'll be
Uh-huh.
over there answering during the Q&A session. We've got food, which is what everybody loves, right? And of course,
Mhm.
we've got dancing, singing, you know what? You name it. It's a party, but at the same time, we're about business and we're also going to be doing good.
Yes, and I can't wait to announce it to everyone because we would like to invite everybody. As John said, it's for a good cause. It's for the Lions Club because Lions Club has a lot of projects that want to accomplish and to help the communities, right?
Right. Especially the businesses, like I said. So imagine
Yeah.
this. If you were to hire an attorney for just
Uh-huh.
consultation, right? It might
Uh-huh.
easily cost you $350. But then
Mm-hmm.
what if I add a CPA in there? What if you've got other experts that you need to talk with? This is a big budget now you're talking about just to get the answers. Now, what
Yeah.
if you're eating dinner
Mm-hmm.
and you're asking your questions and they're answering this panel of experts? Wouldn't it be worth it to just be, I don't know, eat dinner and explanation for your business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would help. And also the only thing that I can't wait is for us also to have a benefit when you have animals, when you have household pets, to help us with the bills. Because you know how when our babies, I call them my babies, when they get sick, it's very expensive to go to the vet, right?
Right.
So I hope the Lions can also, good, that's also a business. The SPCA, it is a government. I don't think it's under government, but it's still a business. So, and then they're very expensive every time, there's this illness in any of our household pets, and I hope that Lions Club also will in touch on that. I'm going to talk to you about that. What do you
Okay,
think?
sure. I love pets.
Do you have dogs?
Well, I had a rabbit before. I had fish.
Okay, now let me ask you that one. What is the rabbit can do to you, and also a fish? What is it? I
Well,
don't understand.
the rabbit ran around in my living room. It was not in a cage. So, it's kind of funny. I'd walk into the living room and, whoop, something just ran past me. It was my rabbit.
Yeah, what can it sleep with you? I mean, you know what I mean. Sleep in your bed.
Well,
I have to
it
be
roamed.
clear. I have to make sure.
It basically was free roaming.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you want to go to the room, sure, so be it.
Yeah, but how about the fish? That some people that I interviewed before, they said, "Oh, I don't have any dogs or cats and everything like that. I have a fish." So, what the fish, can it give you calmness or what? I never understood fish as a pet. What is
Well,
it? Explain to me.
fish is a lot of responsibility. It teaches you responsibility. Think about it. You have to clean the tank and you don't get much back actually. So
Yeah,
it's almost like volunteering. You have to just give back and you're not expecting anything to come back. You're doing it for the livelihood of these creatures. Eh, And they're not going to give you money. It's not like, oh, I'm going to put the fish up into a sports match and I don't know, put the fish in a racing game. I don't know. It's not gonna give you anything. Now, of
I
course, you could grow it and eat it, but then I don't think, how would you feel about your pet? Right? So no, none of my fish were eaten.
yeah,
But it
you
was
better
actually
clarify that.
it was pretty cool having an ecosystem though that was built, learning about balancing the oxygen levels, the different chemical composition of the water. So there's a little bit of chemistry. And of course you don't want to put incompatible creatures in there. Fish might eat the other fish. So a little bit
Put
of
sharks
science.
in there.
Yeah, a little bit of
Baby shark.
science.
Baby shark. But okay, now let me ask you: if your fish died, or how do you cremate it, or do you bury it?
Well, I don't know about cremating it because then you'd have to burn it into ashes, and it's not going to take much temperature actually to burn it.
It was a barbecue, and I'm just kidding.
No, it usually just separate it from the tank, so that way it doesn't become poisonous or toxic to the rest of the ecosystem.
Yeah, do you do a little prayer? Peace be with you. May you rest in peace.
Yes, it can be a little prayer, but of course it's the way of life too, right? Life and death,
Yeah,
from ashes to ashes. In this case, from
that's
water to
correct.
water.
Water to water, not dust to dust. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so let's talk again about the Lions Club. Okay, I know that you just started. Did you just start it and just became a member? Or how long you been a member?
I've been a member actually since I think 2016.
2016. So how did you hear
Yes.
about it? I mean, you know why I'm asking you this? Because there's probably my online family and friends watching us, and they might be interested to join our organization, our district. So what did they have to do? That made you interest, and maybe that will make them interest to be a member.
Well, let's put it this way. There are many reasons to join. One of them might be, hey, if you like to travel, would you like to have a friend anywhere you go? Like I said earlier, just look up the Lions Club and you'll have a club probably wherever you're going, right? So automatically they will welcome you. It's a nice feeling. I remember back in the Philippines when I was growing up, I can go to any house, watch TV, eat with anyone. It's perfectly fine. You know everybody. They're friends, they're family at the same time. So think of that feeling where you can go to any household, any neighbor, and they will welcome you.
That's right.
That's what it feels like. Another reason might be, well, maybe you worked your whole life, right? You were in your typical 9-to-5 job. And the next thing you knew, you're retired. And you said, well, you know what? I've had a blessed life. And not everybody had been fortunate like me. So maybe I'd like to give back now. Maybe give, there's some who fund projects. Let's say, for example, the medical mission that we have, that required a lot of funding. Let's say, for example, doing these fundraisers for the business mixers. It's not cheap, right?
I know.
But it's for a bigger cause, right? So if you want to be if you want to be a part of something bigger, and join us. I know one of our members, Julie, and I think she's watching right now. Julie, hey. She's been really good at recruiting.
She's a busybody.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's been telling people about our San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions Club left and right. People have been joining. She's great.
Well, and you know why she's great? Because she's the one that talked me into it, to be a member, to sign up. This girl, she is good. She's really, really good. She should be in the marketing, business, because she's really good at talking to people, And hi, Julie. But okay, you forgot. We also volunteer for this, like the baseball games and basketball games and all that, right? Because it was my first time. Go ahead.
Yes, we also do fundraisers, and that's just one of our fundraisers. We will run a stall, talk with the community, the fans, whether they're San Francisco Giants fans at the baseball game, or who knows, they're a visiting team. Either way, they come out happy after talking with us. When they find out, like, oh, you guys are volunteering and just raising money? Yes. Oh, okay. Then it's totally worth it to buy some goods. I mean, basically, it's mainly alcohol at the games, but yes.
I volunteered to the last game, the baseball game, right? I didn't know there's so many different kind of energy drinks. Because
alcohol.
Alcohol. I don't know if you consider it an alcohol, but they're all energy. They say they're all energy drinks. Yeah, they're beer, or they're not. They're not beer. Also, they're just kind of like some of those energy drink. Not Blue Moon, but there's another one that's very, very popular. I can't think of it right now because I'm only 25, so I'm. My memory is really good.
Yes, but regardless, even though we're selling alcoholic beverages, all of us are actually required to be certified with the state. Okay, like for me, I went ahead and obtained my, I believe it's RBS, Responsible Beverage Server certification. And so that way I know when to tell people, okay, you know what, you've had enough. Maybe you want to buy some hot dogs. It's gluten-free hot dogs. And it's always funny to engage in conversation with people. And when they find out it's for a good cause, then they don't mind the price, actually. And for those who've ever gone to the ballpark, it's not exactly cheap to buy these drinks. Okay, but it's for the experience. It's for the memories. It's for the moment. So like for the Lions Club, we also have, let's say, for example, another project. It's called Gardening for Food. Gardening for Food in the Philippines. This is one of our bigger projects also. And it only started out very small with a few people. and Tess was actually spearheading this project.
Mm-hmm.
So it involved us providing seeds, heirloom seeds to some people who wanted to be self-sufficient and
Mm-hmm.
sustain themselves with with leafy vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So they would go ahead, learn about it, grow it in their
Mm-hmm.
homes,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can feed themselves. And any extra, they can go ahead and sell it to the market. So now they have a means to survive,
Yeah.
feed
Uh-huh.
themselves, make money, and the seeds then get donated back to the heirloom, to the seed bank, and it gets passed on to the next person. Have you, if you haven't seen it yet, we have a Facebook page, and it's a free resource to everybody who wants to get involved in this project. As of right now, last time I checked, I think we had about 507,000 members on
Whoa.
that page. About half a
Wow.
million. From a few to half a million in a matter of, I believe, like 2 to 3 years.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's
And I
amazing.
heard,
Go ahead.
yeah, and this is in the Philippines. And I heard that some people were so interested in this project, they've started it also in Europe. And pretty soon we might start it here as well. We do have
Should.
some collaboration with Urban Tilth in Richmond City.
Mm-hmm.
And last I heard, they were doing some kind of remodeling or construction in the garden, and I think they are saving a spot for our club, so that way we can start that project there as well, to feed the community here. So imagine
Wow.
that, it's self-sustaining and it's growing.
Wow. 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 I can't wait. I can't wait for you to introduce that to our club here. You know? But okay, so can you tell us, can you say shout out to everyone out there? Who would you like to shout out to? Can you give a shout out to anyone?
Oh, I think I gave several shout outs already. I believe I saw Bailan also join in the comment sections. Hi, Bailan. She's our secretary for the club.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see who else was in there, but
Uh-huh.
let's see. Well,
There's
the people in the
Sandy.
medical mission right now. There's
Mhm.
also Ryan. He's also in the medical mission right now. He did a pretty good job getting all the supplies transported, moved around.
Mhm.
He works like a ninja behind the scenes. No one
Oh.
usually sees him, but he's doing a lot, along with Edwin as well.
And also Angie. I hope she's listening or watching us somewhere, you
Oh
know.
yeah, Angie, she's
Angie.
over there. I hope they're staying safe, because I was just talking with Angie a couple hours ago, and they're being hit by a typhoon right now.
Oh no. In
Yeah,
the
during the medical
Philippines?
mission. Yeah, in the Philippines, yes. See,
I
these medical
feel
missions, it's not like they
it's
just go to hotels and they live a luxurious life. No,
mhm.
it they experience the elements. They go out there, they risk themselves.
Yeah. That's what we call dedication to the,
Yes.
to the cause, dedication to the cause. And
And
thank
this
you
is just
so
a
much.
few of and this is just a few of our members. We've got a lot more members actually out there.
Yes, a lot of members. So what can you give us the website? Can you tell our family and friends out there the website that they can, if they're interested to join or to check on all the projects that we've done so far? What is the
Yes,
website?
so you can go ahead and go on our website, sfclc.org, which stands for San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions Club. So sfclc.org, like organization.
Yeah,
And then you
organization.
can also look for our Facebook page, the Gardening for Food. Feel free
Mhm.
to add yourself and learn some resources, how to be self-sustaining, how to work with the seeds, how to give back. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people posting there. And you can also look for our club page on Facebook, San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions Club.
Yes, and also would like to invite a lot of young people out there, young generation. You don't have to be retired. You don't have to be as 25 years old like me and John, and because we're in the 25 bracket, right, John? So we.
Oh, and speaking of the young people out there who are
Yeah.
listening, we are also hosting a student speaker contest.
Oh.
So we'd like to invite high school students grades 9 through 12. If you'd like to participate, we will go ahead and include you in our student speaker contest. Now, it starts off with the club level in our club, and the topic is AI, friend or foe. So you're going to talk about AI, whether it's our friend or it's our foe, and there will be a winner from the club. They will receive a scholarship, and then they go up the level. Then it becomes multiple clubs, district level, multiple regions, multiple districts, all the way to the national level. And each time that person wins, the scholarship gets bigger and bigger. So
Wow.
reach out to us for more details on this student speaker, and it'll be great. Actually, imagine getting $10,000 or $20,000 for a scholarship. Our club does pay for the accommodations because the final contest is going to be held next year in May. So right now we're accepting entry applications who would like to be part of this student speaker contest, and the final location is in San Diego. So don't worry about your airfare. Don't worry about your hotel, your food. We got you covered. Just do very well.
Okay, but is this only the pre-boarding and lodging and stuff? Is this only for the candidate, or she can have one person, because these are minors? So is there
Right.
one of the persons that also have a
Yeah,
pre-boarding?
so there are a lot of details and logistics that need to be discussed as well.
Yeah.
But we will be taking care of our students. Of course, they need guardians as well.
Guardians. Well, thank you so much, John, for all this good info. You are bringing a lot of stuff in the Lions Club. I'm so proud of you. My God, and you just started, and I know you're gonna have more and more concepts and ideas for the next year. And of course, right now, that we talked about the Lions Club, our next segment, we're gonna a little bit serious, but I hope you stick around and join me in this conversation. Okay, so right now we're just gonna take a break, and then we'll be right back. All right, John?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Po, si Orlino de la Cruz ay kapitan po ng Patal Pinto sa Pinatubo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Aita Tribe Foundation. Nagpapasalamat po ako uli sa mga bigay nyo po. Dito po ay lumiwanag na po ang namin po, community namin po. Naulit ko lang po, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo po. Ito po. Ay, mas pasalamat kami po sa nagtutulong sa amin po sa Aita Foundation po. Ngayon lang po kami ng ilaw na maliwanag po dito sa Patal Pinto po. Thank you po.
Ito po yung mga kasama namin, nag-install ng solar dito sa sitio. Dayday. Ayan si Conchal. Ayan si Joseph. Si Goryo. Si Commander Aka. Ito si Kapitan. Ayan si Pangkok. Ayan si Ate Parina. Ayan ang cooker namin, no, si Ate Parina. Ayan, no. Dito kami sa Sitio Dayday. Ayan, no. Dayday pala yung Sitio Dayday. Ayan. Ayan, no.
Mamili-pili ka ba?
Ayan sila. Nandito kami ngayon. Nagluluto. Ayan, no. Ayan yung asawa ni Kap. Ayan sila. Ayan yung mga yan. Maliwanag na sa labas. Good morning everybody. Nandito po kami ngayon sa Sitio Dayday. Nag-install ng solar panel. Ayan sila, oh. Ayan si Kagawad. Menus ng Sitio Dayday. Ayan si Pangkok. Ayun. Mga bahay dito. Dito po kami natulog. Super lamig, parang nasa Tagaytay. Ayan. Ayan. Ayun po yung pinatubo, yung may pag.
Numbers, most individuals don't know what that really means.
At the simplest level, cancer or cancer cells are cells that have lost the ability to follow the normal control that the body exerts on all cells. In our body, we have billions and billions of cells, and they have different functions. It's a very complicated process under incredibly phenomenal control. And if something goes wrong and that control is lost, and particular cells escape the normal control mechanisms, and they continue to grow, and they may spread, that's what we call cancer.
Those cells together, we would call that a tumor. Specifically, cancer is a malignant tumor, and we call it malignant because not only can it invade into adjacent organs, but unfortunately a cancer can spread to other tissues, and that can be life-threatening.
Cancer can actually occur anywhere in the body because there are cells everywhere in the body. In women, one of the most common cancers, of course, is breast cancer, and in men, prostate cancer. And in both men and women, lung cancer and colon cancer are common cancers.
It's important to understand that the cancer that occurs in one individual is very different than the cancer that occurs in another, just like those individuals are different. So a lung tumor in one person will be very different from a lung tumor in another person.
Once the diagnosis of cancer is made, of course, the next obvious question is, what do you do? There are several things that are really relevant. The stage of the cancer, which is information about where is the cancer. You say it's a particular kind of cancer. How much cancer is present? Has it spread? Is it in lymph nodes? Has it spread to other organs of the body?
Cancer treatment actually is very complex. And part of the reason is because cancer is this constellation of over 200 different diseases. They have common characteristics, but they're all very different from each other. In addition to that, the cancer itself is not homogeneous. There may be 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different slight variations in the cancer cells that are there. People ask, why? Why does my cancer not go away? It shrunk by 70%. What's wrong with the other 30%? Well, it's probably a different subtype of that cancer, which is going to require a different kind of treatment.
There are 3 primary therapies for cancer: surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy. Surgery works by directly removing the tumor. The radiation therapy provides X-rays to kill individual cells, and the chemotherapy provides chemicals that can kill those individual cells, but they have side effects.
The best therapies that we can produce really are the result of optimizing the amount of tumor that we can kill by any treatment and minimizing the amount of damage that we cause to the normal cells that would be affected by that treatment.
At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, we have a very robust integrative oncology program. Integrative oncology is taking those conventional oncology treatments and integrating those with therapies like acupuncture, naturopathic medicine, chiropractic, nutrition, to blend those together and to create the most appropriate treatment plan for that individual patient at that moment in time.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America has invested in a model in which all of the effects of cancer and its therapy are aggressively treated and managed. It's not just enough to kill the cancer if we don't treat the pain, the fatigue, the depression, or the anxiety that comes with a diagnosis of cancer.
Receiving a diagnosis of cancer can be a frightening thing. The good news is that today is probably the most exciting time in history in terms of the treatment of cancer. Options that didn't exist a few months ago certainly didn't exist a few years ago, like the ability to genomically profile a tumor and to take that individualized fingerprint of that cancer may direct us to tailor treatment in very specific ways.
We believe that in the future, many more patients with a number of different tumor types will potentially be able to benefit from the advances in precision medicine.
There are very hopeful options that are available to us as clinicians to make a difference in patients' lives. And it's therefore just as important for patients to know that so that they have those hopeful options and they take advantage of them.
Hi guys, welcome back. Well, I know you watched the video, and it's now we're going to talk about cancer. As you know, October is a Cancer Awareness Month, and according to the National Cancer Institute, approximately there's 310,720 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in 2024. Furthermore, about 42,250 will die, as it's very alarming. Too many Americans know the pain of losing a mother, a sister, even a brother, daughter, or loved ones to breast cancer or other cancer diagnoses. During National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we honor the memories of all those we have lost to this devastating illness. I just want to highlight how cancer affects all of us, personally and emotionally. First of all, I would like to give strength and support to their families, to the caregivers, to survivors, and to all who are still undergoing treatment. Special gratitude to all the medical professionals and health researchers working tirelessly to end cancer as we know it, and public health professionals who are working around the clock to improve the prevention, detection, and treatment of cancers and other deadly diseases. Early detection programs also offer breast cancer screenings or other cancer diagnostic services to low-income individuals who are uninsured or otherwise qualified for the program. Go to cdc.government breast cervical cancer screening to learn more. So I just want to give a highlight. As I mentioned, October is a Cancer Awareness Month, and that was a little bit of an educational moment, that I hope it would help you because it's a very serious illness. As me, part of me, one of my closest cousin, she didn't even know that she had cancer because in the Philippines, cancer is not really pretty much people talk about, like maybe like tuberculosis. Those are the things, or high blood tension, or heart disease, but not cancer that much. So when she was diagnosed that she had cancer, it was already fourth stage cancer, and it was too late. And unfortunately, we lost her after a month of the diagnosis. Only a month when she found out about it. She didn't last too long because it already spread all over her body. So cancer can actually attack anyone. It doesn't matter how old you are. So right now, I would like to introduce to you my two guests. One of my guests, she had it. And she wants to talk about, because she wants to educate you guys about the prevention, some other things that might help you. And the second one is because he's a spouse of the person that had cancer. So let me introduce to you my other guests, my two guests. As continuation, John Marquez. Thank you for staying, John. And also, Ate Virgie Bits. How you doing, Ate Virgie? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us tonight, you guys. This is something that close to my heart, actually. As I said, I just lost a family member, and we didn't, I mean, none of us really have, even her parents have cancer, nothing that can say, what are the symptoms? What happened? But all of a sudden she just collapsed, and then that was it. They took her to the hospital. A month later, she was gone. So John, let me talk to you a little bit about, because as a spouse of someone who experienced it, who had the disease actually, or the illness, I'm sorry. Can you tell us a little bit the support that you gave her, to make her feel like, she has a support from you and for families?
Well, first of all, you must never lose hope. That's one thing.
Mhm.
There's always something that you can do. You just have to think positive.
Mhm.
Still live as healthy as you can. Of course, there'll
Mhm.
be some medical procedures where it can become hardship, like chemotherapy, um, the radiation therapy. It can get pretty tough. So
Mhm.
the point there is, regardless of what procedures you have to go through, even clinical trials.
Mhm.
We went through some different clinical trials as well. You'll get approached by a lot of people and say, "Hey, would you like to try this?" Of course, you become hopeful, right?
Mhm.
And never lose hope, basically.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And at the Virgin, when did you realize that you have cancer? What was the symptom that you felt that you didn't even know, actually? And you were a nurse, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
one
Go
day
ahead.
I just felt a little like a marble size on my left breast, and it
Mm-hmm.
was hard. So then I said, "Oh no, this is not good." So
Mm-hmm.
I went to my doctor right away, and they started doing the uh, workup right away, and they did biopsy, and then the biopsy result, she called and said, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, it's cancer. So it's malignant." You see. So, and then she said, "We will schedule you to have the treatment." So they explained the treatment. So I had a choice whether I will get the whole breast removed, called mastectomy, and then the lumpectomy. That means they will just remove the just the growth, as much as they could then, and then they tell you uh, the the recovery time between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, oh, and then I had a friend also who had it already before me. So she went with me for support to go to the meeting with the doctors and the social worker and all that. And then they asked me which one I decide to take. So I said, I am not gonna get the mastectomy. I will just get the lumpectomy because that will be a shorter period of recovery. Because my friend said, when you have the surgery, don't let anybody come and see you. Don't want any infection to, that you in your recovery. So that's what I did. My kids and nobody except my husband is in the house, and so I had that lumpectomy. They removed as much as they could. And then after that, they, depending on what kind of breast cancer you have, I was a nurse, but I didn't realize that there's so many different kinds of the breast cancer, you see. And then the treatment will depend on what kind of cancer you have. So mine was they called estrogen positive. So then they they told me I will cut down on, foods with estrogen. And then it did need any chemo. Mine did not need any chemo, but I needed 20 days of radiation. And I was lucky there was no side effect on the radiation. I didn't even have any burn thing across my breast. And then 20 days, 5 days for 4 weeks. And then after that, they started me with a pill a day. They call it the estrogen inhibitor pill. So I took that for 5 years. And so far, I've been 6 years post my cancer. Thank you, Lord.
Lord, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Wow, Ate, I mean, wow, what a blessing, really. And that's good that you were diagnosed early enough, right? You
Oh, yeah.
detected it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, because some people
Right
doesn't know.
away.
Yeah, because there are different other symptoms, not just breast cancer, but for lung cancer. Just like my cousin, it wasn't a breast cancer. What she had a lung cancer, and she didn't even smoke. She's not around people that smokes all the time. Well, once in a while, because in the Philippines, people still smoke, right? So she can be around a little bit, but for her to have a lung cancer, because she's always healthy, she exercises, she watch what she eats and all that, and for her to just like that, to be gone just like that, it's just unfortunate. And for us to talk about it, and for you talking about it, it's really makes sense to think about that. Whatever we feel in our body, we have to really understand and go to the doctor right away, because you never know, right? You just never
Early
know.
treatment.
Early
Early
treatment
treatment is better.
it's much better. So you mentioned
Yeah.
about bisectomy. What's the difference
No,
between
mastectomy. The mastectomy,
bisectomy?
they remove the whole breast.
Oh, they remove the whole
That's
breast.
mastectomy. They remove the whole breast. And the lumpectomy is just a lump. Lumpectomy. So it's just the lump that they get.
They remove.
So
Oh,
my
okay.
doctor got as much as she could, the lump. So I
Yeah.
didn't have a big cut, you see. So
Yeah.
okay. But the thing is, with breast cancer, you really have to do your exam, you know. Especially when when you're taking a bath, then you can just feel, so you will know if there's anything unusual in there in your breast. So you can get it right away, you see. If you're not sure, you always have to go to the doctor to have it checked, because they're the ones who know how. I mean, I'm a nurse, but still, up to this day, when I feel like I think I'm not sure about this, so I have to go to my doctor to be reassured it's not another lump. So
Yes.
that's how it is. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ati, for sharing it with us. And hopefully our viewers, our family online and friends, that they will understand that it doesn't mean because, you feel something different a little bit and you just gonna ignore it. Don't ignore it, because you never
Yes.
you just never know, right? And for
Right.
you, John, to support your wife had lung cancer.
No, she had brain cancer,
Oh,
glioblastoma.
yes. Oh, blastoma. Oh
Brain.
my God. Yeah. So what are the treatments that she had?
So she went and had the brain surgery, and then she also went through the chemo and radiation. And also there were some clinical trials that were done using frequency, which, for those out there who are unfortunate enough to go through this kind of thing, and also if you're one of the people supporting the person that was diagnosed with cancer, you're going to be bombarded with a lot of technical terms, especially if you're not familiar with medical terms. You know that, like like um Virginia said earlier, she didn't even know there's so many different kinds, right? And so
Yes.
once I started looking up the different types of cancers,
Mm-hmm.
this one specifically, the information was not actually hopeful, because most people who have this type of cancer, they don't live very long. It's only like months.
And
But
you talk,
it's
yeah.
been 2 years cancer free.
Oh,
Right?
your
So
your wife was cancer free?
still
They
cancer
got
free,
it?
2 years now. Still alive, yeah.
Wow.
He receives an MRI scan every 2 to 3 months. Nothing. Nothing since the surgery.
Wow. Praise the Lord.
Miracles, thank God. Miracles
Yeah.
happen, and of course,
So
prayers.
so
help.
even though the doctor said don't expect years to live,
Mm-hmm.
basically months, you've got months. It was terminal. You really
Yes.
can't say, because
It really makes sense.
you cannot the doctor is not going to be the one who says who's going to die and live, basically.
Mhm.
It's also up
Mm-hmm.
to other factors, let's put it that way, right? It's not just the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's someone watching us. We have faith. When you have faith, it really helps. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for shining light about the Cancer Awareness Month, and to tell that it's a serious illness, and we have to take it seriously. And as again, check what you feel in your body. Always look at it. If you're feeling something different, if you have a fever or anything like that, always check your doctor. Ask your doctor what's going on. Are you feeling, because there's so many cancers out there, different kinds of cancer. So thank you so much, both of you. God bless you. And thank you for the good news that, cancer free. And we're going to keep doing this. Yes. And we have to help all the researchers and everything and support their cause, because the more that they do research about cancer, the more we can help everyone. And thank you for sharing your stories. God bless you, and talk to you soon, you guys. Okay? See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Sansu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sansu. It's for you. Sansu Show. Sansu Show. Sansu. Take a look. It's for you. It's from your point of view. World that we do. Sansu.
Well, guys, thank you so much for sticking by with us. And thank you so much for my wonderful guests, John Marquez, and also Ati Virginia Bits, for sharing their stories about the Cancer Awareness Month. And I just want to thank you also for being with me every Wednesday night. I hope you learned something from some of the videos that we've showed you and some of the stories that we shared to you. Of course, thank you, Viva Las Vegas, PHLV Radio, Viva Las Vegas. And thank you for every Wednesday night at 9 p.m., you guys. One more thing about the National Cancer Awareness Month. Let us recommit to doing our parts in giving more support, hope, and care to patient families and survivors of cancer. And let us strengthen our resolve together as a nation to end cancer as we know it, for all the lives we have lost and all those we can still save. So, again, thank you so much. God bless you all. Love, peace, and joy. See you again next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So,